Hello Chocs and Chocettes, never in between, Roberto here for another video review. It's a special one, it's the M&S Food Colin the Caterpillar Spooky Festival Cake Jar. Yes. Yes, you can see it's definitely sort of, I don't know, some manufacturers seem to do some more Day of the Dead style artwork, I guess, graphics and things like that, with these, specifically with these skulls. Yeah, so you can see there, you know, in flowers and things like that. So it's kind of, and the fact it's called Spooky Festival as well, it doesn't really, I don't know, it seems to be covering both bases. Now, I don't really know why they're doing that, because I don't think there's much of a market for Day of the Dead in the UK, that I know of anyway. But that's what they seem to be doing. I don't know if they're just trying to stay away from the occult or something like that, I'm not sure. I don't really know. I was eventually thinking, well, there's no bats and things. It clearly is a sort of, not Halloweeny, more of Day of the Dead thing. But you can see here, there are bats on the top, actually. Yeah, but again, it's still got the sort of Day of the Dead style skulls and things, you know. So, no, not sure. Odd one. But there we go. Yeah, interesting one. Yeah, so it looks very indulgent, doesn't it? I quite like this idea of having like a cake in a jar. I think it's an easy way of eating some cake, really. I think, you know, normally it can be quite, well, you know, a slice of cake from a shop and things, it can be quite difficult. You know, obviously you have to eat it then and there on a plate or something. You can't really just take it away and it's a bit messy. I mean, the fact they've got it in a jar is a pretty good idea, I think. I think it's a good idea. But they are expensive. It's about £4, I think, for this. You know, it's quite dear, really. Yeah, I'm not sure, you know, what it equates. Well, I mean, the weight of it is, what is it, 173 grams. So it's quite hefty, I guess. But, you know, now the calories of this are ridiculous, actually. I'll just put them on. You might think they're not too much, but let's see if I just get them on. Here they go. Yeah, so per 100 grams, so it's 437 calories per 100 grams, 20.7 grams of fat, 13 of which are saturates. Now that's per 100 grams, don't forget, and this is 173. So you're adding basically pretty much 75% on again, so half and then half of that again, so 250, add another, so you're adding about 100, roughly 250, about 108, about 380 calories on top of it again, basically, for that. So it's pretty much, yeah, well, that's about 800 calories roughly, if not a bit more. Might put a caption to work it out, basically, but yeah, just of it is there's quite a lot there, basically. Yeah, so it's not a healthy thing by any means, but you know, having said that, tubs of Ben & Jerry's ice creams are very sort of, you know, similar fares as well. So yeah, so it's a bit yeah, you know, but they're even worse actually, aren't they? So you know, it's one of those. But I think we'd definitely say this is very much more compact and stodgy. I guess it has a, I don't know. I guess Ben & Jerry's though are kind of quite heavy as well. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just there's less of it, obviously, but the gist of it is there's a heft to this. There's substance behind it, you know. I guess ice cream and things, obviously, the Ben & Jerry's tub's a lot bigger, things like that. But yeah, so yeah, so it looks quite nice. You know, I think to extent it's a soft jar. It's made of plastic, you know, I assume anyway. It's not like a glass one. You know, you can squidge it. So it feels a bit. It doesn't feel quite as expensive as, you know, the £5, the £4 rather suggests. But I guess. Yeah, you know, there we are. I'm not sure if it's recyclable. Yeah, it says it says the jar's recyclable. There we go. It says it's all recyclable. So there is that going for it. So yeah. Okay. Is there anything of interest on there? I guess Colin Caterpillar's registered trademark. Anything else of interest? So it looks quite nicely, the back end of him there and the front end there, of course. What else does it say? Chocolate sponge cake laid with buttercream, white and milk chocolate chips, chocolate Colin the Caterpillar face, and edible decorations. Wow, look at that. Any palm oil in there? I can't see any. Rapeseed oil. Don't think. Oh, palm fat. There we go. Palm fat. So obviously it's not quite the same as palm oil, but it's part and parcel of the same thing, really. Okay. And not suitable for nut allergy people. Okay. Yeah. Nothing too much else to say, I think. So yeah, it looks very interesting. Got that sort of seal here. QR code as well. Feel free to scan it. I don't know what it would particularly say. I assume it's a QR code anyway. It's a bit different than normal, but there we are. But yeah, all right. Well, let's. I think we should give it an open. So let's do it. Let's give it an open. Okay, let's give this M&S Food Colin the Caterpillar Spooky Festival Cake Jar an open. Yeah. So apologies for the lights there. Very reflective surface there, but yeah. But yeah, it's a very interesting product. Very interesting. So quite excited for this one. Never had any of these cake in a jars before from M&S or anywhere really. So should be quite nice, I think. Yeah. So let's give it an open then. Yeah, so time record, I've done about 840 reviews, believe it or not. So yeah, if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. In the top right hand corner, I'll put a link to a playlist of all my other reviews. So after you watch this one, go check those out as well. Hopefully enjoy those too. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah. Very interesting there, very interesting. I think what does that say? It's a, I think it was a buttercream, white and milk chocolate chips, chocolate Colin the caterpillar face. Oh yeah, okay, I guess it is a, yeah. All right, I thought it was just a skull really, but I guess it's, yeah. Okay, I'm not sure it's actual Colin the caterpillar face. Must be a, yeah, I don't know. Interesting, but there we go. Guess that's what it is. I don't think it's more. Yeah, I was going to try and say. Let's, you know, I don't know. I can't really scoop it out and look at it. I think maybe it's just best to go straight into taste it. Normally, I'd sort of look at this and finger me bob it a bit, but I don't know. I think we just have to get into it. Really, I think that's the best bet. Yeah. Okay. Well, see, it looks quite nice. I think white chocolate then, the yellow stars and things, but I think it's all layered, isn't it? So we're gonna have to just really get into it. I think to taste it. So I think I'll probably just pull the camera up a bit and get into it properly. I think. I don't think it's suitable for. Unless I scooped it all out, of course. But yeah, I think we'll get into it. I think we'll get into it properly. We've opened it. Let's give it a taste. I think there's no more. I don't want to scoop it out all over the place. I think I want to just eat it at the time, you know, at the same time. So all right, let's get into it then. A funny one. This one. Not reviewed one of these before, as I say. That's why it's a bit unusual, I guess. But anyway, let's do it. Let's give it a taste. Okay, everyone. So again, it's yes, Colin Caterpillar Spooky Festival Cake Jar a taste. Yeah, so I did open it before. I can't really. Long story short, I can't really get really into it without just scooping it all out of things. I'm not sure if I really should do that or not. I don't know. We'll probably just give it a taste and yeah, maybe sort of, I don't know, get deep into it, see what it's like. But yeah. Okay, well, we'll taste the Colin Caterpillar face first, I guess it is. Let's give it a scoop out. So quite a thick, colourful look to it there. Looks very interesting. You can see the face there, of course. Okay. Quite a thick layer of pink. So we're trying to delve into it and see what the different layers are like. But let's give this a bit of a taste then. Let's give it a go. Very thick white chocolate. Much kind of buttercream layer, that for sure. Interesting. White chocolate's very thick, very nice. Not bad white chocolate actually. Doesn't really catch any throat or anything like that. It's not bad at all. Buttercream's pretty good as well. These little yellow stars are quite nice. Quite soft, but got a crunch for sure. Let's get further into it then. Let's see what else we've got. I'm going to try and get the different layers if we can. Now I've got a bit more of the chocolate here now. So getting into the second layer, I guess you can see. Chopping cake everywhere. You can see, yeah, you can see sort of like the layers as we're getting into it now through the little gaps in the label. So yeah, there's a bit of a cavity now appearing now where we've got through. All right, let's give this a go. Pretty good chocolate sponge, relatively normal. Just tastes like a chocolate sponge. There's nothing too exceptional about that. The chocolate, little sort of kisses, I guess you'd say, the white chocolate kisses, or whatever you'd call them. They're quite nice and soft. Let's see if we can get through to this yellow layer down there. Let's have a look at that. Give that a go. Yeah, so we've got some of it there, just a bit. Let's see. Don't know if I got enough of it there. Let's see if we can get right into it. Yeah, there's lot less of it than you'd think actually, this yellow layer. Yeah, there's not much of it actually at all. Yeah, okay. I'm struggling to get that yellow layer. See if I can just. It's really not much there when you get it out. It's just all mixed in. It was literally just sort of smudged against the side of the jar. Really, you can see it's there. That's what it basically amounted to. See if we can grab it elsewhere. You can see kind of, if you look at it from the top, well, you can't even see it really. It's very. Let's try and get some of it out. I just can't get to that yellow layer. It's just very sort of. Just trying to get some of the cake out here so we can actually get to it, but can't really get to it. Let's have a look. You see that sort of, you can see it on the top there. You can see it's just really splodged against the side, and I know it looks like there's it looks more than there is basically. We've got some there. Let's have a. Struggling to get some of that yellow stuff, whatever it is. Really am. Let's see. Okay. I've got a good chunk there at last. You can see I've gone through most. Well, I've not eaten all that. I've scooped a lot of it out, but it's okay. Don't really know. It doesn't really taste of much. It's that and a nice sort of chocolate layer here. Look at that. So quite indulgent as well. You can see the lower you go down, you got all this chocolate cream on one side, that yellow stuff as well, and the purple stuff. It's very indulgent. There's lots of stuff in here, for sure. Point, I get cake all over the place. Yeah, it's all right. It's a nice cake, basically. It's pretty much. It's just a Long story short is it's nothing sort of. I've got chocolate in my mouth. It's not bad. I think the pink stuff is quite nice. There's lots of sort of chocolate sort of syrup in there as well. You can see that massive chocolate layer there. That yellow stuff looked to be more than there was, but it's kind of splodged up against the edge of the jar. Really, there wasn't much of it, and I couldn't taste much of it. It's just more of a consistency. There's not much of a taste to the whole thing, really. I mean, it tastes of cake, it tastes of chocolate cake. There's something there, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't feel like it's worth the calories, really. I've had quite a lot of it, and I feel like, I feel like it's a nice cake. It's nice. It's nice. It's not. It's just not gonna. I don't think it's gonna blow your socks off. When I have like a Ben and Jerry's ice cream, I feel like I'm really, obviously if you have a bad one, that's one that you're not keen on, then that's a bit of a different matter. But generally, if I'm having one that I really enjoy, I really like it, and it's a real opulent occasion, and I really can sit down and enjoy it, and feel like it's an experience. You know what I mean? Something that's worth the calories. This one, I don't know if I'm getting that really. It's nice. It's indulgent. But I don't know. I don't feel like I'm really getting my calories worth. Money's worth, I'm not sure about either, but that's subjective, I think. But calories worth, I think most people can only have so many calories a day, regardless of, status and things like this. I'm not sure that I'd want to spend, 800, 900 calories or whatever it is on this, whereas I could be spending, maybe a bit more, but, depending on the Ben and Jerry's, I could be spending that on, I think, what I would amount to more Ben and Jerry's, and more sort of calorie to sort of taste ratio, whatever. I don't know how you'd say it really, but basically I just feel like it'd be more worth it. Calorie to worth ratio or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe that's one thing I can rate things. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you probably times the calories in it by the number of stars at the end. Perhaps I don't know, but you're not sure. Anyway, don't know. There's no scientific basis on that, so don't quote me on it. But yeah, it's all right. I feel like it's just. That's a very nice cake, basically. It's a very nice cake. But I've had Ben and Jerry's chocolate brownie, whatever it is, chocolate fudge brownie, or any of the Ben and Jerry's with sort of brownie pieces in. I'd feel like I'd be getting my cake hit from that and the ice cream, and I'd get a lot more from it. And there's also the sort of Euphoria one, I think, salted caramel brownie one of that, which is pretty low on calories for a Ben and Jerry's. You get the full tub. It's actually less calories than this, I think. I think it's less, but it's definitely not. I'm quite sure it's not more anyway. And I think that tastes very nice, actually, despite being a lower calorie one. Yeah, so this one, I don't know. It's all right. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's just a sort of a slice of... I mean, it is just a cake, really. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd know that, and I guess that's what it says it is. But there's lots of decorations in there, but they kind of disappear after you've got through the first layer or two. There's no real decorations left. I know near the bottom of this one, but, all the spoonfuls I've taken out and things, there's not really any sort of, bits left in it really, which is disappointing. All the stars have gone from the top. There's no other decorations and things. There's a couple of stars maybe left in, but they're from the bits I scooped out earlier, but not many, and they don't go very far down. There was only that one caterpillar face. There wasn't many of them in there. Which I would have preferred, or at least two of them or something. You know what I mean? It just seems to be the best bits are at the top, and then as you get into it, it's okay, but you've kind of, I think that initial spoonful or two is where it's at really, and it has all the better bits at the top, I would say. And the yellow bits were quite sporadic as well. As I say, didn't seem to be as much of them. I prefer if it was like a flat layer for it, rather than just splodged at the side. I don't know if that's what it was intended to be like, and other ones might be like that, I'm not sure. But like the purple stuff was layered through it, and all the others were layered through it. It's a bit of a minor thing, that I guess, but still something. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. It's definitely a bit above average cake. I just don't think it's that. You know, it's a nice cake with a lot in it, but I feel like I prefer the ingredients to be all the way through. Maybe less of them, but more of them through it all. I feel like I prefer it to be. You know, I mean, I guess a lot of cakes have things on the top, don't they? I mean, let's face it. But you know what I mean. It doesn't. You know, well, you know, it doesn't mean this doesn't have to break the mold or whatever. Yeah, I think I would just prefer that. I'm comparing it to something like a Ben and Jerry's to ice cream. So it might be unfair, but this is in a jar. You know, Ben and Jerry's is technically in a jar, isn't it? You know what I mean? So it's in a, you know, yeah, a tub or whatever, but it says amounts to the same thing. Yeah, you know, if I had a Ben and Jerry's this size, which you can get smaller ones, I would expect it to have all the way through and things. I just feel like the layers in this one could have been better. I think it could have been better thought out. I think it would have been nice to have things all the way through it. It's a nice cake. It's, you know, it's very indulgent. It's very calorific. You know, it's got lots of gooey bits in it, and it's, you know, there's lots of it spread out and things. But I just feel like it's yeah, chocolate cake at the end of the day is not, you know, is not the best cake either. But this is a nice chocolate cake, but it was moistish. But chocolate cake, you know, tends to sort of, even though you'd think it'd be better because it's chocolate, it actually tends to not be really. It doesn't tend to be the best cake there is because it's just not, you know. The chocolate flavouring, you know, usually cocoa powder, whatever it is. But I don't know. Most chocolate cakes I've found that they're just not. They need more of a supporting thing to keep them, you know, to really make them work. And this one does have that. But as I say, the sponge itself, there was nothing too dramatic about it. And since that's, you know, a good proportion of it, as you can imagine, because it's the cake, that does then, you know, make a difference. And as I say, in the sort of Ben and Jerry's fudge brownie or whatever, the cake in that, the chocolate brownie is very much second to the ice cream. So you know. Yeah, so I think for me it's probably a, you know, 4 out of 5. I think, you know, it's a nice cake. Yeah, I'd quite happily have another one, but I think if given the choice, I think I would go for things like Ben and Jerry's. You know, I would go down another route, and I would go down them. I don't think I would really ever pick these. I might have these with a Ben and Jerry's maybe, you know, put a scoop of this into some Ben and Jerry's. But then you've got that with Ben and Jerry's anyway by default, with depending on what type you get. You know, half baked, you've got the fudge brownies in, say the fudge brownie one, salted caramel brownie one, all these other ones, birthday cake one as well. I think you get roughly this, but better. You know, you don't get exactly the same, but I just feel, you know, if you don't like ice cream, whatever, and you know, then clearly this is a you know, a good thing. But yeah, I don't know. It just didn't quite sort of blow my socks off, really. Yeah, but it's still nice. Yeah, £4 as well. It's on the same price level as Ben and Jerry's as well, so you bear that in mind also. But yeah, as I say, 4 out of 5. Okay, guys, so we enjoyed that review. Follow me on Instagram, check out the YouTube member program, go to support the channel, really is. Link for that's in the description, as is the Discord server. Go to keep in touch with myself and the community. And I'll say like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment for free. Always great to hear from you. Have a great day. Have a great Halloween. And I'll see you next time. Or Day of the Dead, of course. Okay, take care, everyone. See you later. Bye for now. See ya.